I'm Jure Pavlovic. I'm the future president of Hyped. I come from Croatia and I'm a second-year student here at the University of Edinburgh. Hyped is a student society. We are basically a team of 120 students spread across 5 different sub-teams that have a goal of furthering this idea of Hyperloop through initiatives like outreach, building a prototype pod, and also doing a full-scale research. I personally got involved in Hyped because I wanted to better myself in my career as a future engineer. I joined the technical team, specifically the propulsion team, because of my general interest in motors. A Hyperloop is basically a train which levitates within a vacuum tube.
That reduces the 2 main types of drag, so drag from the air and drag from wheels touching the ground.
You can have your train going at very high speeds compared to the current forms of transportation we have, which are mainly affected by those 2 factors.
The Hyperloop will be entirely electric, so in theory, if that electricity is sourced from renewables, then it will produce 0 greenhouse gases.
It's a bit hard to get off the ground because it requires a lot of new infrastructure, but once it's off, it's really fast and it would save a lot in terms of pollution because we'll be able to replace a lot of the short distance flights with it.
On the technical side of things, what we are doing is creating Hyperloop pods. Within those pods, we are testing some technologies that at this point of time seem that will be used in the future Hyperloop pods. For example, we are using a linear induction motor in this year's pod, which is what some of the Hyperloop companies are already doing.
European Hyperloop Week is an event where we bring together innovative students, Hyperloop teams, companies and academics to advance Hyperloop technology. It includes conferences where we get industry partners to share their expertise with students, competitions, so design competitions where teams get the opportunity to present what they've been working on for over a year, and also academics who are able to provide feedback on the designs of teams. And one of the most exciting parts is the demonstration day, where we actually get to see teams run and operate the pods that they've been building for over a year.
So I'm in charge of the demonstration area, which is University of Edinburgh's permanent test track, which is 100 meters long, and then the other teams that are bringing their own test tracks. Those were all assembled in roughly the same area on the King's Buildings campus of the University of Edinburgh.
We've been doing the planning for 8 months now, organizing sponsors, organizing the accommodations for teams, materials, shipping, forklifts, all of that.
I am from MuZero. I'm representing the team this year as the technical lead. And yeah, MuZero Hyperloop is the student organization from Germany, one of the student organizations to be exact, that participates in the European Hyperloop Week this year. We're coming from the Karlsruhe Institute of Technology, and every year we build prototypes to test ourselves among other teams. So this European Hyperloop Week kind of represents the peak of our season. So Edinburgh is a lovely city. Of course we have some advanced difficulty this year with the weather situation, but I think we were able to tame it enough. Yeah, so today is also the most important day of the entire week, where after all of the presentations and testing the system, we actually get to show it off. We, as well as the other teams, have a small slot where they can demonstrate their technology. And everybody is just demonstrating their capabilities and what they've been working on for an entire year. So our big show off is that we're levitating extremely stably, but we're not even requiring any permanent magnets, but we're using pure, as we call it, electromagnetic suspension. So it was a huge technical challenge, and we needed a lot of work and testing to get it right, but we're extremely happy with how it turned out. We think it's an extremely scalable solution, and something that we can hold on to for the future, and maybe even inspire others to go the same route.
One, land.
So initially, of course, it only weighs 200 kilograms on its own. But in another demonstration, we were able to show that we can just gradually keep on adding weight and adding weight. All the weights we could find, we put on there. So that's exactly 100 kilograms that we found here. And it actually didn't make a difference to the system, which really shows that the controller works the way it should, and even better than we anticipated.
Telemetry operator 2, confirm stable levitation.
Stable levitation check.
Last year we didn't do a levitation, and this year we did one completely from scratch, and it's working really well, like we're really stable. So this is something like I think the whole team is particularly proud of. And maybe for myself, I managed to make the batteries way easier to handle this year than last year, and also way compacter. Yeah, while also increasing a bit the power. So that's what I'm personally really proud about.
So we are having a public day for EHW, so European Hyperloop Week. So this is our chance to, instead of just showing our designs to each other, we can show it to the public, and we can raise a bit of awareness about what Hyperloop does and why it's important. Yeah, so our demonstration run yesterday didn't go quite as planned. We were able to show off our active suspension really well. It's something we're really proud of this year, but we weren't quite able to actually show our pod moving on the track. I think a challenge that we were able to overcome is just how busy the week has been and getting to everywhere on time. We had a lot to do. There's about 50 of us here, but all of us were given loads of things to do, and managing that time and getting our own stuff done. Some of us are still working, unfortunately, during Hyperloop Week. So just being able to manage everything and fitting everything that was planned in was pretty good. Yeah, it's been lovely. I don't get to meet too many people who are focusing on the exact same thing I'm focusing on. So it's been really nice not to just meet other people, but to meet their ideas and see how they work and what they're doing with this concept.
I really like the engineering aspect of it. So there's a lot of new technology we can try to build and improve, and this was really exciting about this, and also, of course, the prospect of shaping the future with new methods of transport.
Hyperloop can be seen as a spectrum of different technologies and used to different degrees, and I think everything that we're working on here will have some application in the future.
There's still some technological challenges that need to be addressed before the Hyperloop becomes reality, but I believe those are all engineering challenges that will be solved in the near future.